Hello everybody, it's your friendly neighbourhood dogger here, and this is...
the Whovian Chaser, aka Dom. Hello.
Right, we are at my place at the moment. We are in the middle of writing a script for the next series of DW2012's Doctor Who fan series, which I think you're in, aren't you?
Yeah, I think I have a few cameos here and there.
Yeah. But we thought we'd kill two birds with one stone and do a little bit of a Q&A.
Yeah, so I asked various, my various social medias I posted on asking for questions, and you've very nicely submitted quite a few. So we'll try and get through as many as we can.
And we don't know when the film's coming out, alright? We don't know.
We don't know. There's no point asking us, there's no point badgering Luke. It'll be done when it's done, it'll be edited, and it'll be looking fine and dandy.
Okay, let's get on with the first question.
Okay, well, Tom Bowen asks, I love Dokka's portrayal of the Valeyard, and I'm sure Dom will make a great Doctor. Thank you very much. Would either of you like to see the Valeyard return in the TV series? And if so, who should play him or her?
Ooh, okay. I've got a little bit of a kind of a thought about it, because I think about the character a lot, obviously, because I like to keep it as true to the show as I can.
Yeah.
But I've always felt that someone like Stephen Ray would be quite good. Stephen Ray, yeah, he's been in a number of things. I watched him in Dickensian a couple of years ago, and I really enjoyed him in that. But I always felt that he would make a good adversary for the Doctor, because the one thing you've got to remember about the Valeyard is, unlike the Master, he doesn't want to kill the Doctor, he just wants to turn him.
Yeah.
He wants to become him quicker. That means...
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah. So I've always felt that Stephen Ray could have the chops for that.
Okay.
What about you? What do you think would be a...
Well, at this point, I'd be quite tempted to say Reece Shearsmith.
Okay.
Because obviously, I've been binging through League of Gentlemen and been watching through Inside Numberland, and the guy has tremendous range. And I absolutely think he could be a properly terrifying villain, but not necessarily like evil, scary type villain, but just manipulative. I think he could do that to a T. What does it feel like when you still get people come up to you that both recognise you for your work and your cosplay? From Lucas Hayes.
That's more your side, because I only really get recognised from being the Valeyard. Well, yeah, but I never really get recognised for my cosplay because I don't really focus on cosplay that much. I only do it for my own kind of fun and everything. But it is weird. I mean, when I first got noticed as the Valeyard, it wasn't until after... It was by the next year, because that episode came out around the Christmas time, and I'd already gone to my last con before then. So I didn't start getting recognised until, I think, late January. Maybe even February, but when it really started kicking in, I remember actually MCon that following year, I got recognised while wearing the outfit, but I had a Deadpool mask on as well.
Oh,
you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like, how do you even know it's me? Am I that obvious?
It's that. I mean, for me, it's never really stopped feeling like, oh my god, people know me. It's like, ooh, hello. I do end up climbing up a bit when it happens, and I'm like, Christ, oh god, hello, because obviously you're probably expecting someone a lot more confident than I actually am. But it's very nice to meet people who have enjoyed my work, and I managed to help them with various cosplay bits and whatnot. It's very touching for me. Usually.
I do get people go, oh my god, you know Dom, you know the Whovian Chaser. Oh my god, that's
what?
What's he like? What's he like? I do get that. I get that about Luke and about you as well. It's so funny, because they're like, oh my god, you're friends with the Whovian Chaser. Oh my god, what's him like? Could you ask him this one? All that kind of stuff. It can get a little bit weird.
You can ask me directly, guys. Trust me.
Yeah,
I do respond to my messages. I'm a nice guy, at least. You think so?
You are. You're a nice guy, yeah.
What do you hope for the 13th Doctor's new TARDIS interior from... Oh my god. I'm going to say Ruben Roper, because I can't pronounce how you've done the spelling of your new name.
Yeah. I'd like to see the secondary TARDIS room design come back. I like wood. I like mahogany. Little special fact if you didn't know, they only used that set for one series, not because they didn't like it, they actually really loved it. For many people on the show it was their favourite design, but when they came back to record the following season, they'd found that water had gotten in and warped all of the wood, so they didn't have the funds to rebuild it, so they ended up going back to the regular
The regular box.
Yeah, I liked the atmosphere of it.
Yeah.
The shaving mirror was a bit weird, and I don't think she's going to need that. But I would really like the idea of just going back to a nice, simple, atmospheric, quiet.
Be very classy. I think it's elegant.
Yeah. I like the idea of maybe bringing that back.
I can agree with that. Yeah. How much inspiration did DW take from Michael Jayston for his incarnation of the Valeyard for Freddy Adenas?
Oh, Freddy. I didn't want to use too much of his character, mainly because I felt I'd be doing him a disservice. I didn't want to be a copy paste just with a copy paste with a different face. I didn't want to be that. But I thought I'd keep in I liked the eyes. He had the piercing eyes. I quite liked that. And even though he was stuck behind a box for most of that serial, he did have a certain amount of energy that he just wanted to. You could tell that from the moment the Doctor walked in, he wanted to pounce on him.
Yeah,
he wanted to tear him a new one, and I wanted to just get that across. But then again, I had to do it in a way that it could relate to Luke's Doctor. So yeah, it kind of, there were little bits, but not too many. And plus, of course, I didn't keep the outfit, but I wanted to keep. I would say that I wanted to keep the long robes kind of idea, but the reason why the red coat exists in it is because Luke basically loved my look. He loved the red coat and the bowler hat, because the first year that I spent cosplaying in the community, in the Doctor Who community, I didn't really do any Doctor Who stuff as much. I just wore the red coat, waistcoat, red tie shirt and bowler hat. I mean, kind of combo.
Your look as the Valeyard did end up being a bit of a dark mirror of Luke's actual costume.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I think that's what kind of attracted him to having me. And he saw the energy that I had when I was going out and about taking pictures at these events, and he wanted to see if it would do well. I mean, I can't speak for him, obviously.
Yeah. How do you make the best Dokka Beard, asks Drake Harris.
How do you make the best Dokka Beard? Oh, good grief.
I mean, you are known for quite your various beard styles.
Yes, this one's a bit thick and unkept at the moment, sadly. Well, I've gone through many different styles over the years. I've had the soul patch, I've had the goatee, I've had a Van Dyke. This one's the one that stuck with me the most over the years, on and off. Best thing you can do, it's all about angles. You've got your sideburns going down, follow the jawline, cut out the bit in the chin in the middle, and then you just got to dunk. It's simple, really.
Lumber 6. How did you get your roles and how did you feel when you got them, asks Josh Murphy.
I was at an event in, I think it was either Wolverhampton or Warsaw. I think it was Warsaw, a couple of years ago, and I remember coming up to Luke, because I knew him kind of well, not incredibly well, and I said to him, if you ever wanted to use my red coat in anything, just have it hanging up or something, feel free, because I was egotistical about it. People loved the red coat. They wanted to buy it off me. They wanted to steal it off me, etc. And he took me aside and he went, well, only if you're in the coat. And I was like, oh, okay. And he was like, I wanted to give you a little kind of thing. I want you to be one of the main villains of Series 3. And I was like, what?
You have my attention.
I haven't acted in years, and you want me to do this? So by the afternoon, we were in this old vintage bus shooting a scene from episode 1 of Series 3. And if you watch very closely to episode 1, Series 3, you'll see a sleeping Valeyard on the bus with his feet up.
Amazing.
With a bowler hat over his head. Yeah, it was a fun afternoon. What about you? How did he get you?
Well, mine was... It wasn't too long after meeting Luke, really. I believe this was Birmingham, MCM 2014, I want to say, yeah. The more years that pass, I just get mixed up. But he just literally Facebook messaged me asking, I was thinking of maybe making you the next Doctor after me. And I was like, okay, well, hello. And... obviously, it was an instant yes, because I obviously have seen the series prior to that. I did admire what he had done. I mean, got to look at the production value of it all. It's like very good for a fan series.
I hadn't watched it before he asked me.
There you go. Well,
I wasn't
revisit.
Before then. I wasn't really a fan of fan series like that.
Mm.
I think it was partially down to the way that people filmed and stuff, as well as, you know, acting and people who thought they could act, that kind of thing. And,
Yeah.
And plus, I'd only just really moved into a place of my own, so there was so much on YouTube to catch up on that.
Oh, God,
that
yeah.
was kind of at the back.
Yeah.
But the moment that he was like, "Oh, I want you to be in the show," I was just like, "Well, I best bone up then."
Yeah.
Because apparently there was somebody else who's playing the Valeyard before. I didn't know.
Yeah, Scott Richard Mason.
Ah, okay. Was he good?
It was a great guy. A very good guy. Very charismatic.
I haven't watched that series.
Favourite cosplays that you've ever done? Asks Will Grenier.
Ooh, I'm going to say I quite like my Nostalgia Critic, just because I've actually had Doug Walker say that I look a lot like him, which is weird now that he's bald. So yeah, and then because my partner Sarah, she dresses up as Hyper Fangirl when I do Nostalgia Critic, that's like a little added bonus. So yeah, I'd say that's probably my favourite, next to the Fourth Doctor that I've got going on.
Funny you say that. I'd say my favourite is probably the Fourth Doctor, because it's probably, of all my cosplays, it's the one that holds the most sentimental value to me, because my mother knitted me the scarf when she was in hospital, and I've always worn that. I've never updated it. I'm keeping that the same. It's lasted me good nearly 10 years now, and it's my first ever Doctor Who cosplay piece, and I've just loved it. I don't see any reason why it should change. And of course, it's got the season 18 one as well, which I have knitted all by myself. So that is, again, it's a feat of accomplishment for me. So I'd say definitely the Fourth Doctor would be the one I'm most proud of.
Plus it's good for winter.
Oh,
You've got the layers. Yeah.
Very layered. Favourite episode of Doctor Who, both the TV series and the fan series? From Mephiles64.
Right, okay. Classic Who, no contest, Genesis of the Daleks. New Who, I really love Blink. Because it's one of the only New Who stories that's really... I remember when I first watched it on my own, I was like 17, 18 years old, and it had me literally jump out of the sofa. Like, jump off. I levitated for a couple of seconds, yeah. Yeah, it got me. But I also, and this is a very controversial one, I actually like Love and Monsters.
It's getting a bit of a
I've always enjoyed Love and Monsters, and I don't care what any of you say. I think it's a fun Doctor Light story. Plus, there's some good actors in it. I know the writing's a tiny bit off, but yeah, I've seen a lot worse Doctor Who.
Will Grantham will be very happy with you for saying that. For me personally, favourite episode of Classic Who, Caves of Androzani, definitely, because probably the best regeneration story in my
I don't have that one.
It's really good. Get it. Favorite New Who? I don't know. There's a lot of. I have a lot of favorites. But for the best, like, overall episode and story that isn't corrupted by anything else, I would probably say the 11th Hour, because that is just outright one of the best experiences of Doctor Who.
Which one's that one?
Matt Smith's first one.
Oh yeah, that is a pretty good one. Yeah. I like that from series 4. There's 2 episodes from series 4 that I really like. One is the one with the Cybermen, just because Meg goes all gangster on that one. Cybermen just like,
hey you! What you got, bro?
So I love that. And also, I'm a bit of a sucker for Blood Ties, because I get to see Sarah acting, and she just looks like so lovely in it.
Oh, she's so pleasant.
Yeah. Pleasant.
It's difficult to choose a favourite one, but I'd say the one I'm most impressed by is probably Eternal Darkness back in Series 1, because that was like a big 1.5 hour anniversary special with multiple different fan series Doctors and a coherent story, which is like multi-Doctor specials and fan series don't often meld well together. But I think as an little anniversary special, he really pulled that off, and that, I'd say, was the first real massive success that Luke actually managed to accomplish. And that, of course, had the Valeyard, played by Scott, and that was very menacing. I really enjoyed it.
I'm going to have to watch that now.
It's really worth a watch. Right, what is the best part of filming for DW2012, and how has it impacted your life? From Ned95 Dwight.
It's great fun, and I've gotten some fantastic pictures of people inside a TARDIS. And it gives me something to do on a weekend, basically.
Yeah.
That's what I quite like about it. What about you? What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to, like, I've already been on set multiple times. The best part is obviously friendship, socialising, and just building up bonds with these wonderful people that I will be working with a lot more this year. So, yeah, I'd say definitely friendships. Will Dokka be the official photographer for DW2012 Series 5 from Bad Matty C16?
If I can help it. I really enjoyed over the last summer taking pictures of the film and some of the episodes as well. It gives me a little... I've always enjoyed doing documentary photography. I started life out as a nightclub photographer, but not one of those ones that we get people to pose. I'd take pictures of people I knew dancing instead, so it was more kind of capturing a more natural thing. So I've always enjoyed doing the behind the scenes kind of photos. So as long as Luke asks me to be on set, I'll be there and I'll be snapping, and I'll hopefully be vlogging as well.
Will Dom's DOKtor have a nickname like Luke's was the Little Red Doctor from Crichton 1116? I don't know.
We've had a few kind of jokey ideas, haven't we?
Yeah, I've had jokey ideas.
The Floof Doctor.
Floof Doctor, not going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I could easily be Purple Doctor, but Rob Bain says that. So, I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. We'll think about it. Have you guys done any acting outside of Doctor Who related stuff? Alex Williams.
I was once in a music video. I don't think that counts, does it?
Yeah,
I was in all my goth finery and latex black gloves, and I had a paper bag over my head, and I was just breaking bottles up against windows. And so yeah, I don't know if that actually counts, but no, before then I'd only really done like GCSE drama stuff. What about you?
Well, I'd done in school productions. I've been Maurice in Beauty and the Beast, which was an exceptionally fun role. There's a really well put together production as well. Like
Crazy old Maurice.
Crazy old Maurice, that was me.
Raving Maurice.
Raving.
Yeah, in the club. Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Doctor Who wise, I had previously done a fan film, Portal to the Past, with Matthew Chadbourne and Thomas Gardner. That was an exceptionally fun experience because I had to go up to Windermere, and that was really quite cold. But it was beautiful scenery, and the family I stayed with were absolutely lovely. So that was a good experience. Number 13. Will Dom's Doctor have any hats? Probably not. No.
Sure, I'm sure we could try some out though.
What?
Yeah, let's try some out. I got some hats here. Let's try some hats out. Right, let's see. Number 1. Baseball cap.
What is this?
You gonna try that one on? Backwards is usually the way. It's no, I don't think that would work. No. Okay. The good old tried and tested favourite, the Fez. Why don't we try a Fez?
Fair few lifetimes ago. Fez are cool. Yes.
So
I'm Doctor.
We'll put that one down as a maybe.
Oh,
Okay.
that's never going to happen. Oh, bloody hell.
For all the anime fans out there, a bit of
Bleach.
Bleach, yeah.
I know virtually nothing about Bleach.
You've been Mr. Hat and Clogs Doctor.
No, take that. Go away.
Okay, let's see. But what about?
Bowler hat?
That's the same bowler hat, the Val bowler hat, that is. So.
Not bad, but no.
Alright. What about this one?
What is that?
Louise from Bob's Burgers. Try that.
No.
And I think with that, we'd best end the video.
I think that's a nice place to end.
Yes. If you've liked this, feel free to give it a like, a little bit of a subscribe. That notification bell apparently does something, but I'm none the wiser. If you've got any other comments you want to ask us, just pop it in the comments below and we'll see if we can reply. Follow Dom's channel, the Whovian Chaser. Follow Luke's channel, DW2012, if you haven't already. Oh, and if you want, follow mine.
Yeah, do it.
You don't have to, but it's there.
It's entirely optional, but I utterly suggest you do it.
Oh, good grief, I've gotten an endorsement. The Dom seal of approval. But anywho, we best get to script writing now.
Yes. Got a fun night ahead. And I hope you will enjoy what we come up with.
Anyway, guys, we'll see you later.
See ya.
Bye.
Hey up, do you want to see videos? Then why not subscribe? You want to look at some photos? Then go onto Flickr. And if you fancy stalking me, There's always Instagram. In fact, you can't avoid me, 'cause I'm grumpy.